I'm Nick, and in this video we'll be talking about yeast infections that seem to happen at the same time your period does. Now, one key reason perhaps yeast infections coincide with your period is because estrogen levels at this time are very low. And as estrogen levels fall, the vagina becomes more alkaline and therefore more conducive to pathogenic bacteria and the yeast Candida to overgrow and cause infection. Another reason why you might seem to get a yeast infection during your period is because menstrual fluid itself is somewhat alkaline, much more alkaline than a healthy woman's vagina when she's not in menstruation. And when all this extra menstrual fluid is in the vagina, it tends to alkalinize the vagina, reduce its acidity, and again, this alkaline vaginal state is more conducive to Candida overgrowth. So let's take a look at some of the research talking about issues related to yeast infections during your period. A 2004 study published in the Journal of Gynecology and Obstetrics said that the vaginas of reproductive age women, when they're healthy, usually have a pH of around 4 to 5. However, during a woman's menstruation, the presence of menstrual fluid can help to raise the pH and make the vagina more alkaline. Also, during a period, lactobacillus bacteria, which naturally help to secrete lactic acid and acidify the vagina, their populations tend to diminish with the shedding of this vaginal tissue. The study stated that as a result of these alkalinizing forces that happen during menstruation, the vagina tends to be more conducive to the overgrowth of pathogens such as yeast. Another study published in the year 2000 in the journal Clinical Infectious Diseases looked at the bacteria in reproductive age women's vaginas during their menstrual cycle. The study analyzes these bacteria 3 times in the menstrual cycle, 1 time being during menstruation. Women who did not have bacterial vaginosis tended to have a normal level of lactobacillus in their vagina. About 98% of the women had lactobacillus bacteria in their vagina, and this rate of lactobacillus colonization did not change much for these women during the course of their menstrual cycle. Women who were positive for bacterial vaginosis, however, had much less of the healthy probiotic lactobacillus bacteria in their vagina. When the women were checked during menstruation who had bacterial vaginosis, only 33% of them had lactobacillus in their vagina. Thus, BV tends to interrupt and disrupt the normal vaginal flora and can lower the amount of lactobacillus in the vagina. So we can conclude that women who have a bacterial vaginosis infection may also have a lot less healthy probiotic bacteria in their vagina and therefore may be more prone to yeast infections during their period. One way to know if you have bacterial vaginosis is if you notice a foul, fishy, or high cheese smell from your vagina that is unusual. In such cases, you likely have bacterial vaginosis, and these harmful pathogenic bacteria are crowding out the good probiotic bacteria in your vagina, and the amount of these probiotic bacteria is especially less during menstruation. At this time, you seem to get a yeast infection because there's just not enough probiotic bacteria fighting against Candida, and therefore it has a great opportunity to overgrow and cause infection. Therefore, you may benefit greatly by taking an oral probiotic pill or inserting a probiotic pill directly into the vagina a few times a week before your period. Also, since research shows that the presence of menstrual fluid tends to alkalinize the vagina, you may want to discontinue using tampons during your period. Tampons, of course, will trap the menstrual fluid and allow it to hang around in the vagina and make it significantly more alkaline because of this trapped menstrual fluid. Also, if you're using a synthetic douche during your period, douches have been shown to disrupt the normal vaginal bacteria and can lead to infections. A great alternative to use for a douche is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will help to acidify the vagina. It's not synthetic and it shouldn't interrupt the normal healthy probiotic bacteria that are currently living in the vagina. Well, for more information on this topic, you can check out the article on Candida Hub about this issue. The link is just below in the description. And while you're there, you can find out about a host of other natural treatments that are very powerful to treat a yeast infection. And you can also find out about a 12-hour cure for yeast infections that's all natural and can stop even stubborn recurrent yeast infections from coming back. So this solution could save you a lot of money and help you to stop having to spend money repeatedly on over-the-counter treatments and prescription drugs to get rid of a yeast infection. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video answered your questions. Hope you get better very soon, and I'll see you later.